Japan, what are the first three things that pop into your head?
That's so much.
I've never actually thought about it.
I don't know about that.
I really like that one. That is next level. Disco, no one says disco anymore. I aged myself, but I'm gonna let myself out now. Hi guys and girls on Ask Japanese, it's your flashy fashion reporter, Kathy Cat, and today we're not in Tokyo, we are at Hyper Japan, Manchester. And since it's called Hyper Japan, we're gonna go and ask the cosplayers here, when I say Japan, what do they think? Three things about Japan, let's go and ask Prince. If I say Japan, what are the three things that pop into your head?
Obviously, the food starting off with. And second of all, Evangelion, of course. And third, the car meets in Japan are crazy. Like the cars behind us are crazy.
What are your three things that you think of?
VTubers. I love VTubers. And then I'm really big into Fate, so probably like Fate and 7-Eleven.
Fate as in the anime?
The anime, the games, all of it. I love it all.
And why 7-Eleven?
It's just like convenient. When you think of someone that like, oh, go to 7-Eleven.
So famous.
How is 7-Eleven famous in the UK?
I feel like it's got this, like, the stores here are so basic, but then you see the Japanese one and they've got like so much convenient things that are just easy to go, ready to make. It's crazy. I'm so excited to see it.
7-Eleven is famous abroad, guys. I did not know that. What about Family Mart? Have you ever heard of Family Mart?
I have. Is that the one that has like the jingle? When you enter,
I have never heard of Family
so
Mart. I've never heard of Family Mart.
You know the jingle?
I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I see memes that's like 7-Eleven versus Family Mart, and it's which one should I go to?
Oh, yeah. That should be the Family Mart one.
Hold on for that. I think I catch it.
We're at Hyper Japan. If I say the word Japan, what are the first three things that pop into your head?
Anime, Onigiri, and Mount Fuji, probably.
Mount Fuji?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like, you know, the symbol of Tokyo, and I was lucky that I got to see it when I was there in February and I was at the Sky Tree. So I think given I was like, oh my God, it's Mount Fuji, I kind of remember it and associate it with Japan quite heavily.
How did Mount Fuji make you feel when you're there the first time?
It's quite spectacular, particularly as everyone's like, oh, you're not going to see it, it's always cloudy. To actually see it from the top of the Sky Tree, I was like, whoa, it was very Japanese, I guess. It was like proper sort of, oh my God, I'm really here type moment, which was cool.
Like, it hit home. Once you see Mount Fuji, it hits home.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. It smacks it right in the face that you're really there.
Why onigiri?
I just really like them. They're one of my favorite Japanese foods. I'm a bit obsessed with them. I like to eat them a lot. So,
wow. Do you make them as well?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm definitely not any kind of expert, but I do like to try my hand at making them at home when I can.
Okay, what's like the onigiri you make at home?
I tend to stick to tuna mayo. Sometimes I chuck some spring onions in there, but it's kind of my base onigiri that I like to go for.
That's delicious. All right. And anime, which anime was like the anime for you?
Haikyuu was my anime that sort of catapulted me from, oh, anime's cool, into massive fan territory. So yeah, I'd say that one is the anime for me. I
say Japan, name me three things that pop into your head.
Cherry blossoms, Tokyo, and anime.
Yes!
Mine's also anime, probably the food culture, and Kyoto.
Kyoto, or we have Tokyo and Kyoto. We have something going on here. Why cherry blossom?
Like if you come to like a Japanese cultural festival, a lot of people will have like cherry blossoms as like decoration. It's a tourist thing, but also like it's just a very popular thing that kind of in Japan at like that kind of time of year to have like the cherry blossoms and stuff. And like a lot of people take photos with them and yeah, stuff like that.
So do you think like it's almost been like cherry blossoms are almost a symbol of Japan now?
I think so, yeah. I think a lot of people like across the world kind of like regard it as like a not necessarily a representation, but like an icon of Japan.
It also is like such an aesthetic as well, isn't it?
It's very aesthetic. It's very aesthetic.
Oh, I got the cherry blossom aesthetic. Yes. All right. You said Kyoto. Why Kyoto?
It's the first thing that comes to my head because I do like animation in uni, and Kyoto Animation is my favorite studio. So it's like the first thing that came to my head because I've always wanted to like do like a little apprenticeship type thing there if possible. So
yeah. Kyoto Animation. Also, Kyoto Animation is like the studio that has like a lot of female animators working on the team. They made a name for themselves. So you studied about them.
Yeah. At the moment, I'm in arts for uni in London. So, and there's like a study abroad year where I can go to Japan, and I'm hoping that whilst I'm over there, I can do like a little study abroad thing, like sort of like an internship at their studio if possible. Hopefully. We pray.
That's very specific. So how do you think is Japanese animation different from, say, British animation or Western animation since you're studying it?
I feel like they're all just very similar, but like ones in Japan, like I feel like they're more unique. You'll find like more like cultural type ones in like Japanese anime. So they're like specific to their culture that I find like really cool and interesting then rather than Western animes that are just like all action, and that's like you don't really get like the little pieces that Japanese anime give you.
Oh, I see. You mean like Japanese street festivals or like cherry blossoms, like things that are very tied to Japanese culture.
Yeah.
You said car meets. What do you like about car meets?
They're just cool as hell. The old Japanese style cars are so cool. It's nothing like the boring ones that we have here.
Ford Focus. So you like cars?
I like old style cars. I mean, like the ones behind us, the Itashas, they're so cool. They must be so expensive though. I could not do that.
Okay, car meets Neon Genesis Evangelion. Why was it Evangelion? Why you decided to cosplay as Evangelion?
I watched Evangelion for the first time when I was 13 and I've been addicted. It's been like 8 years since that and I've been so addicted to it. I mean, I've got like 4 tattoos from it. I'm obsessed with it.
Just all the stuff of like Evangelion. She has like figures and stuff all over the place.
Wow. What made it so special to you?
It was nothing like I'd ever seen before. I was so used to seeing like slice of life, fun animes, and then I see this more like quite depressing, like slow paced, but like action packed anime, and it just clicked something in it. All the characters are amazing. The art style is beautiful. Like I'd seen nothing like it before, and it literally changed my life.
Wow, that is a story. I love it. So you said you have 4 tattoos of Evangelion. Is it okay to ask what they are?
I've got Misato on my arm.
Wow, that is a really good
And
quality.
then
That's Sadamoto, right? That's Sadamoto.
Yeah, and I've got some of the logos. I can't get it fully up. And one of the angels. Wow. And then that's Ava Unit 1.
Whoa.
And then I plan on getting Pen the penguin there.
Oh.
And then along here, I'm going to get the spear that I've brought today.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I've got lots of plans. Lots of plans for it.
And they all we are really good artists. Like the line art is so thin.
Yes, I'm so high. I've got these like 3 years ago, and they're exact same as when I got them.
Wow, love it so much. You decided to carry it on your skin. Oh my god. This is awesome. You're staying on brand with your cosplay and everything.
No,
man.
literally, yeah. I was so excited to bring this because, like, when I start talking about my cosplay, I get to show them, and it's so exciting.
When I say Japan, please name me 3 things that you will think of.
Origami,
Origami and
the culture,
the culture and
music.
origami stood out to me. Why origami?
I've always loved doing origami, like folding paper to make cute like things, and I like the cranes and how they display them all, like hanging them up and stuff, and the way that they symbolize, like, I think it's luck. Yeah.
Have you taken like origami lessons or like does any coming out classes?
No, but I've done some myself, and I have cousins who have taught me how to do it.
Origami. Okay, that's cool. Well, your 3 were.
Oh, I'm not sure what they're called, but you know them wish tiles. You write like your wish on them.
Enma.
Yeah, them. And cosplay and anime.
You said Enma. Enma stood out to me. Why Enma?
Specifically, it's just like the culture surrounding it is so interesting, and like it's so nice to like research about it.
Okay. Can you quickly explain what an Enma is to those who might be watching who don't know what it is?
Oh, all I remember it as is like when you write your wish on and like hang it up for your wish to hopefully kind of come true, and like come to fruition.
Yeah, that's like a wishing plate. And you looked into it. Why?
Well, I do art and design, so I had to do like a project and base like an outfit off sort of different cultures and stuff. So I just ended up researching a bunch of different things.
Food, architecture, and also anime.
What got me really curious is which food, which architecture, which anime.
Favorite, sushi.
Sushi.
Oh, or like chawanmushi.
Chawanmushi. Wow, that is interesting.
It's like good texture, and like I like any kind of seafood flavor.
And you also said architecture, which I found really interesting. What stands out to you as Japanese architecture?
I guess I was thinking mostly like Kyoto, kind of like the gates. And yeah.
The architecture of shrines and temples?
Yeah, that kind of thing. This is very nice.
And which anime changed your life?
I guess it'd probably be the first one that I watched when I was little, like Naruto.
You said Tokyo. What is like a thing that comes into your head when you think of Tokyo?
Just like city life and like the population and just like nightlife. I follow a lot of like lifestyle bloggers and stuff, and they post a lot about like when they go to like Japan and other countries, like they'll post a lot about the nightlife, and I think that's like a really prominent thing that I think of as well, just because I kind of see it on other people's like social media.
Ooh, Tokyo nightlife. Where would you like to go?
I'd like to go to some sort of like fashion district or like somewhere where there is a lot of like really like high energy nightlife. Meet a lot of people. I like meeting people to get a better idea of like the social life there and like kind of what it's like.
There are still anime clubs, so there's like an anime night, so everyone will be like dressing up in cosplay and partying to anime music. Would that be something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, let's roll.
100%.
What are your 3 things about Japan?
The cosplay scene, the art scene, and the music scene.
So, art. What art?
I'm really interested in like indie art books and independent artists. When they release like comic hats, when they release like their sketchbooks, things like that. I'm really interested and I collect those. So yeah.
Oh, so you collect like different art and doujins and stuff?
Yeah.
You said VTubers. What is your fascination in Japanese VTubers?
I don't know Japanese, but like some of them like have like the translations. So like I'll be watching it and like I'll see the translations, and I still like them playing their games and watching them have fun, even though sometimes I can't understand. People don't get it, but like I feel like it's so unique and like fun. They all have like different personalities as well, and like their own characters made up, and I think it's so cool.
So again, you're watching it, but you don't understand.
Yeah, like because some of them play games and stuff. Like I love like watching them play their games and like just seeing them have fun. Like obviously I watch like Western VTubers as well, but like I started off with HoloLive, like with
you started off high.
Yeah, I started off watching HoloLive, and then like eventually like moved on and like watched more VTubers. So
you said food as well. What food?
Literally anything. Like, obviously ramen is the staple, but like we ate like 4 what do you call onigiris? Yesterday.
My favorite. I love onigiri. I had a spicy crab one. I love them. I don't know what it's called. It's like I usually have one and it has like green like pickly. I don't know what it's called.
I know what you're on about.
But it has like green pickly stuff inside of it, and it has a specific name.
Takana?
Yeah. I really like that one. What? I don't know why. It was like the first one I ever had, and I was like, this is actually really nice. And I really liked it.
That is next level, girl. Even I had to work myself up to be able to eat takana. So yes, you should come to Japan.
Yeah.
3 things about Japan. We had a lot of things, but also the train system, which is next level, and Neon Genesis Evangelion. There's a really cool exhibition here right now at Hype for Japan in Manchester. So let me know, what are your 3 things that you think of when you hear the word Japan? Put it in the comments. Maybe someone else needs to read it. Also, what you need to do is check out this video here next, because there are lots more cool interviews that we have done, and they're real, and they're from Japan and around the world. Catch you soon on Ash Japanese. Bye.